For most of our lives, the internet worked in one familiar way. You had a question. You opened Google. You searched for it. And then you visited a website to find the answer. But that system is beginning to disappear. Today, artificial intelligence can read hundreds of pages, combine the information and give you a direct answer, without you visiting even one of those websites. It feels faster. It feels easier. But it creates one enormous question: what happens to the internet when nobody needs to click on it? This is not a story about artificial intelligence becoming conscious, or robots taking over the world. This change is much quieter. It is happening inside something billions of people use every day: search. Google now offers AI-generated answers directly inside its search experience. Chatbots answer questions without presenting a traditional page of links. Even YouTube has introduced an AI search experience that can examine videos and build a structured answer for the viewer. The internet is slowly moving from a place we explore to a machine that explores information for us. And that could completely change who creates information, who earns money from it, and what information humans eventually get to see. To understand the change, we first need to understand the original internet economy. Imagine that you want to know why the sky is blue. You type the question into a search engine. The search engine displays links from science websites, universities, news organizations, and educational blogs. You select one result and visit the page. That single click may appear meaningless. But it supports an entire economic system. The website might earn money from advertisements. It might sell a subscription. It might introduce you to a course, a book, or another piece of content. Your visit tells the creator that producing useful information is valuable. More visitors create more income. More income gives the creator a reason to research and publish again. The system was imperfect, but it formed a basic exchange. Creators produced information. Search engines helped people discover it. Users visited the original source. And some of that attention returned value to the creator. AI breaks this chain. Now imagine asking the same question to an AI assistant. Instead of directing you towards several sources, it immediately explains why the sky looks blue. You receive the answer in seconds. You may never open the original science article. You may never learn who researched the subject. And you may never see the website that paid a writer, editor, or scientist to explain it correctly. This is sometimes described as a zero-click experience. The user gets information, but the original publisher may receive no visitor. From the user's perspective, this is extremely convenient. From the publisher's perspective, the situation is more complicated. The AI needs human-created information to answer questions. But if AI removes the reason to visit the humans producing that information, the creators may eventually stop producing it. AI could therefore depend upon the same information ecosystem that it gradually weakens. This is not limited to one chatbot or one country. A large 2026 research study examined AI and traditional search results across hundreds of countries. The researchers observed a rapid global expansion of AI-generated search answers between 2024 and 2025. They also found that AI search tended to present fewer long-tail information sources and less variety than traditional search. In simple words, when a traditional search engine gives you 10 links, you can compare different explanations. When an AI system gives you one combined answer, it decides which pieces of information deserve to be included. That makes the answer convenient. But it also gives the system enormous influence over what billions of people learn. Traditional search engines were already gatekeepers. Their ranking systems decided which links appeared first and which were buried. But users could still scroll, compare pages and choose a different source. AI creates a new kind of gatekeeper. It does not only rank information. It rewrites it. It selects facts from different places, removes context, and presents the result in one confident voice. Most people will not check every claim. They will not investigate which source was ignored. They may not even know whether the answer came from a university, a government website, a personal blog or an anonymous online post. The AI response becomes the final product. The sources behind it become almost invisible. There is another problem. AI systems can produce answers that sound completely confident even when parts of the answer are incorrect. This happens because a language model is not a human fact-checker. At a basic level, it generates responses by learning patterns from enormous amounts of data and predicting useful sequences of language. That ability is incredibly powerful. But sounding convincing is not the same as being correct. An invented date, false quotation, or imaginary scientific study can be presented in the same polished tone as a verified fact. And when the answer is placed above every traditional search result, many users may accept it without checking. The danger is not always an obviously ridiculous response. The more dangerous answer is one that is 90% correct and 10% fabricated. Because that mistake is much harder to notice. Consider the people behind the information AI consumes. Journalists investigate events. Reviewers test products. Teachers create lessons. Programmers document solutions. Researchers publish discoveries. Travel writers visit destinations. Independent creators explain difficult ideas in simple language. All of this requires time, skill, and money. When these creators lose visitors, many lose advertising revenue, subscribers, and business opportunities. Large organizations may survive. Smaller specialist websites may not. And those smaller websites are often where highly specific knowledge exists. A local historian may know something that a global media company does not. An independent repair expert may document a rare technical problem. A small medical organization may explain a condition that receives little mainstream attention. If those sources disappear, AI will not merely have fewer websites to quote. The world may have less new knowledge available to learn from. This could create an even stranger problem, an AI content loop. First, humans create original information. AI systems learn from that information. Then people use AI to create thousands of new articles, videos, and posts. Future AI systems may then learn from material that was itself created by earlier AI systems. Instead of learning directly from original human research, the system may repeatedly consume copied, simplified, or distorted versions of previous answers. Imagine photocopying the same image again and again. Each copy loses a small amount of detail. After enough copies, the picture becomes unclear. Information could suffer a similar effect. Facts may lose context. Errors may be repeated. Different perspectives may disappear. The internet could contain more content than ever while holding less genuine knowledge. So, is artificial intelligence destroying the internet? Not necessarily. AI can also make information far more accessible. It can translate difficult material. It can summarize long documents. It can help people who struggle with technical language. It can allow someone to ask follow-up questions instead of searching repeatedly. It can help students understand subjects that once felt impossible. The problem is not that AI gives answers. The problem begins when the answer replaces every reason to examine the original evidence. The best future may not require choosing between AI and websites. It may require designing AI systems that clearly show their sources, direct meaningful traffic to creators, and make uncertainty visible. AI should become a guide through human knowledge, not a wall placed between humans and knowledge. As users, we also have a role. Use AI to understand a topic quickly. But when the subject is important, open the sources. Check the date. Identify who published the information. Compare more than one explanation. For medical, financial, or legal decisions, do not treat a chatbot as the final authority. When you discover a useful independent creator, support their work. Watch the complete video. Visit the original article. Subscribe to the publication. Because every reliable answer begins somewhere. Behind the summary is usually a human who researched, tested, recorded, wrote, or discovered something first. Convenience is valuable. But knowledge survives only when creating it remains valuable too. The old internet asked us to search. The new internet wants to answer. That may sound like a small difference, but it represents one of the biggest changes in the history of information. For the first time, billions of people may receive knowledge without directly visiting the places where that knowledge was created. Whether this produces a smarter internet or a weaker one will depend on the choices made now, by technology companies, publishers, creators, and users. The internet may not disappear. But the version of the internet we grew up with is already changing. And one day, we may realize that we stopped exploring it long before we noticed it was gone. Would you trust one AI-generated answer, or would you still open and compare the original websites? Tell me in the comments. And subscribe to Brain Bites for more fascinating explanations about technology, science, and the changing world around us.